I'm on mute, aren't I? Yeah, I've just done the first 10 seconds of the show on mute. Well done, Sava. Start as you mean to go on. Oh, dearie me. How are we all doing? It is match day. It is match day. And we have got Copenhagen at home. I'll show you the team in a minute. I'm seeing people already saying, look at the state of the team, look at the state of the bench. I don't know what you're expecting, people. This is the squad that Tottenham Hotspur have. I don't know what people are expecting when they say these things. I don't really know what people are expecting. Let's have a look at the two lineups, shall we? So Tottenham have gone with a 4-2-3-1. There is the lineup. Hopefully you can see that. Let me remove me. There you go. So Tottenham have gone with Vicario in goal, Porro, Romero, Van de Ven and Udogie. So the best back four that Spurs have got. Sarr and Bentancur in the midfield. I would expect that. As I keep saying, I don't think we can just keep asking Paulinho to play week in, week out. Players are going to need to be rested. And then you have Johnson, Simmons, Odegaard and Mawani. And this is where I think the game is going to be very interesting. That forward four. I'm not a fan of Odegaard or Johnson. Mawani has not done anything yet. And Xavi Simmons, really, we need a game from him, don't we? Which sparks him into life. Other than that, the bench, if we're looking at the Tottenham bench, by the way, you have got Akenrich, Austin, Danso, Kinski, Kemerton, Paulinho, Richarlison, Rousewell, Scarlett and Spence. And unfortunately, that's what we've got left with. That's what we got left. So still about 10 to 11 first team injuries. That is the bench we've got left. Now, it is what it is. This is pretty much what we knew we were going to go with tonight. I guess the only question marks were, would Kudus make the bench? And he didn't make the bench. And the only other question mark for me was going to be, does Sarr or Paulinho start? And Sarr has got the nod. Other than that, this is the 11. The kids on the bench tells you a lot. You've got Scarlett, Rousewell, Kemerton, and Akenrich and Austin, all from the youth team. So 5 of the bench are from the academy. That shows you how much we are struggling for players at the moment. But this is a game where we need to know how good are Odegaard and Johnson. How good are those players? Now, this is my worry. So when people will say, we should win 4-0, should win 5-0, my worry again, as always, and this isn't anything on Thomas Frank, is where are those goals going to come from? Let's remove that and let's get the proper screen back on, shall we? Here we go. I don't know if I started with this on or not. There we go. There we go. So that, I think, is always going to be the issue, right? Is where are the Spurs goals going to come from? Well, we need to see Mawani. Mawani's got to do something now. We're now getting into November, right? We're now, after the United game, we will be towards the end of November by the time we come back from international break. And he would have had August, September, October, and November. We need to start seeing stuff from him. We really do. And Xavi Simmons, Odegaard and Johnson, it is what it is. But that is the 11. Let me know your first thoughts. Tony, I would suggest that Paulinho, he can't just play every 3 days. You know, I don't think our fans quite understand this. They can't just reel off game after game after game after game. This is why you need a squad. And this is why, when I said in the summer, let's buy more footballers, and people said, no, it's brilliant, we've done well. So we left ourselves painfully short. But I still think we have got enough to beat them. But we are going to have to see some of these players. They're going to have to show us, because if they're not good enough in the games against Copenhagen, then let's be brutally honest, they shouldn't be at the football club. They shouldn't be. Games like tonight, Johnson, Odeberg, take your men on. I want to see it. I want to see, what are we going to do? Who's going to take their man on? We will see, won't we? We will see. But at the back, no excuses. The back four is, well, the back five is Spurs' best back five, but it is the going forward bit, which is slightly concerning. We've got the poll in the chat. We've got the poll in the chat just asking who's going to win today. And so far, let me just see if I can check the poll. So far, by the way, so far, there's nearly 300 of you in here and 48 likes. Let's sort that out immediately. So far, Spurs at 72%. The draw is at 17%. And Copenhagen winning is at 11%. Is 11%. So, look, I don't think anyone can really go mad. I don't think there's a lot else the manager can do tonight. I don't know who else there is. The only argument you could, I'll be honest, I'm looking at the bench. I don't know what the argument could be. Because tonight, Spurs have got missing Tell, Takai, Solanke, Maddison, Kulu, Gray, Dragasing, Davis, Basuma, Bergval, and Kudus. That's a lot of players missing. So there isn't really a lot else he could have done. Jed Spence for one of the fullbacks. Not really, not for me. Richarlison, not for me. Danso, I mean, he's not gonna start games in front of Van der Ven and Romero. So it is what it is. We are where we are, and it's at this stage where I'm going to ask you, give me your score predictions. Let's see the score predictions. I think Tottenham will win tonight 3-1. 2-1, 3-1. For me, the important thing tonight is get the win. Get the win. Get the 3 points on the board. I'm just going to bring up the nope. There we go. Football. Where's the Champions League? Champions League. Let's get the table up. Come on. Champions League table. So at the moment, the Champions League table, Arsenal, who are currently winning 2-0, are top. That will be 4 wins from 4 at the moment. They are 2-0 up in their game, followed by Bayern, Paris Saint-Germain, followed by Bayern Munich. Those two play each other tonight. Inter Milan, Real Madrid, Dortmund, City, and Newcastle make up the top 8. Tottenham are sitting in 15th. A win tonight should see Tottenham Hotspur move in to the top 8. Should do. You never know. Listen, these are long nights. Lots of scores change, and they're moving at all times. But a win should see us creep in to that top 8 tonight, depending on other scorelines. By the way, in Europe right now, it is Arsenal. Let me just check this. Still 2-0 up. Arsenal are 2-0 up at Slavia Prague. Goal scorers there are Bukayo Saka and Mikel Merino. And the other game that I've got on at the moment is Napoli 0, Frankfurt 0. So for me, what's more important tonight is get the win. Get the win. Again, I will say this till I'm blue in the face. I don't look at those 4 forwards and think, wow, we're going to rip them apart. Now, we might do. But I don't look at players like Odeberg and Johnson and think they're going to terrorize. Please prove me wrong. But at the moment, not seeing anything from those players to suggest that they can do that. Simmons, I've seen do it, but not in a Spurs shirt. And Mawani, we've seen do it in patches throughout his career, but again, not in a Spurs shirt. So, what type of game are we expecting tonight? I would say for me, I reckon it'll probably be pretty tense. What would be really great would be if Spurs came out quite quickly, grabbed an early goal, went 1-0 up. Be nice, wouldn't it, to not have that panic and that worry, the meltdown from the fan base that we're seeing. But the most important thing is to get that win. What do you think of the 11, guys? Anyone excited? Anyone thinking this is what it is? What do we think tonight? Have we got enough to beat them? Does anyone watch Copenhagen regularly enough to say that they're absolutely rubbish and we'll beat them? By the way, they are currently sitting 32nd in the table. They've played 3, won none, drawn 1, lost 2, scored 4 and conceded 8. So they've got a -4 goal difference and 1 point. 1 point. So it's very, very important that this is the sort of game Spurs pick up 3 points in, right? Listen, we are where we are, and we move on. We move on. Binny Guy, just quickly, if you put this in one more time, I am going to take you out. You posted this about 6 times. I get it. You want to see a meltdown. I understand. I'm getting really bored of trolls. So please, please stop. Just put it in once. It's fine. Everyone can read, I hope. So listen, this is important for a number of reasons. First of all, to get Spurs into that top 8, hopefully, of that Champions League table. Second of all, it's the home form, isn't it? It's the home form. We can't keep losing at home. We need some respite. We need some respite here. And again, have we got enough out there? Well, we've got to have enough out there. I mean, yeah, but Bobby, again, this is when we're saying 3-4 goal win, for me, just win. I don't know where 3 or 4 goals are coming from. If I'm going to be brutally honest, I've never seen that from this forward line. So let's find out. I don't care if we win 2-0, 2-1. I don't care. And it's a couple of goals from set pieces. That's absolutely fine. What's clear is we've got to get the win. Yes, I'll give you the scores as they go in on there as well. So don't worry about that. I'll give you the scores of those games. So tonight you have got Atletico Madrid v Union Saint-Gilloise, Bodo Glimt versus Monaco, Juve v Sporting, Liverpool versus Real Madrid, Olympiacos versus PSV, PSG versus Bayern Munich, and Tottenham Hotspur at home to Copenhagen. Obviously, the game that we will be concentrating on. So it's an interesting one, really. I would like to think that the fan base are a little bit more up for these games. You know, we wanted to get back into the Champions League. We've got back into the Champions League. And I really hope that the crowd does their bit tonight. I really do. Talked earlier about booing. I think it's very childish, the booing. I really do. I hope there's no boos tonight. Get behind the lads from the first whistle. Get behind the lads before the game starts. Really, really do. Hang on 1 second. I mean, sorry, that was really important. Yeah, look, we really need to get behind the boys tonight. Anyone that's there, anyone that's lucky enough to go, people that can afford it, and people that got season tickets, just get behind the boys, right? I feel that we talked about this earlier. People saying that booing is okay. I'm not sure who it helps. I'll be honest, I didn't think Spurs fans were that way. I'll be honest. I didn't think we were that way. I remember when I had a season ticket for donkey's years, I can't remember boos. I can't really remember people booing. And those were days when we weren't good at all. I mean, those were days when we were finishing mid to sort of 13th, 14th. So for me, I don't feel the need. I think it's a very 2025 thing to do. Not needed. Let's get behind them. And let's get a response. Obviously, the players then have to take that on for themselves, and the players then need to really step up and show us what they're made of. Now, whether or not you think those players are good enough or made of anything, now we've got a different story, right? Now we've got a different story. Well, Kudus is injured. Kudus picked up an injury. They said he was 50-50, and unfortunately, he was the second 50 where he didn't quite make it. He does bloody well, doesn't he, Mikel Merino? He does bloody well. A lot of people have a go at him, but he does well. He does well. Yeah, Bobby, we're gonna have to disagree on this. We're gonna have to disagree. I've never been one that condones booing. I'm not a fan of it at all. I'm not a fan of it at all. But hey, that's just me. That's just me. Yes, Udogie is starting. Yes, Udogie is starting, and yes, Kudus, you might say, did need a rest anyway. Lot of injury. God, the injuries are piling up, aren't they? Piling up. They really, really are. They really are piling up. But surely we should still have enough. Oh, as Napoli nearly went 1-0 down to Frankfurt there. And Bobby. Yeah. Bobby. Sorry, not this way. Bobby. There you go. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's mad. He probably does. Look, as I said before, when you've got these forwards, this is you've got to hope somebody pulls something out of the bag, because these aren't prolific. You know, these aren't prolific forwards. So you've got to hope someone pulls something out of the bag, whether that's a rocket from 20 yards. And it'd be brilliant, wouldn't it, if that was Xavi Simons today? Really good if that could be someone like a Xavi Simons. Just orange juice, by the way. No vodka in it. Apparently, Kudus should be fit enough to play against Man United the weekend. So, look, I don't know. I don't really know anymore what to say. It's very difficult when you don't rate a lot of the players to really predict big wins. It's very difficult, right? I'd love to sit here as a creator and say to you, 4-0, 5-0, we're going to batter them. I just, neither of the two midfielders are creative footballers. Neither of the wingers are very good. The striker's not settled yet, and the playmaker's not settled yet. So where do the goals come from? Let me know your thoughts, guys and girls, and I'll get to your comments in just 1 second. And the game will kick off in roughly 41 minutes time. Philly, you can't watch Real Madrid over Tottenham when we're playing. Surely you can't. Surely you can't. Yeah, Billy, I agree. I agree. Look, we're about to see, because whenever Kudus doesn't play, I feel that he is a massive, massive loss. But at the end of the day, he can't play every minute of every game, can he? That's the problem. He can't play every minute of every game, and that's the problem. Brennan Johnson due a goal. Brennan Johnson, well, he doesn't do anything else on a football pitch, does he? So hopefully Brennan Johnson is due a goal. And I think we're due some more likes. There's 430 of you and growing, 100 likes. Only 1 in every 4 people have smashed that like button. This is going to be a really interesting game, isn't it? Bayern PSG. Where is it? PSG, right? Tough. 2 very, very good teams attacking. How good are Bayern at the back? We're going to find out. But if I'm not wrong, both of them have played free, won free. PSG have got 13 goals. Bayern have got 12 goals. So, I mean, they got great strike forces. Let's see how good both of them are at the back tonight. Carlos has said Arsenal still won nothing after years and $1 billion spent. Why are we talking about them? I don't think anyone was talking about them. I think we were just updating the score. Why do people get so upset when Arsenal are mentioned? I don't know. Why do people get so upset? Big up to Rick, who said, imagine watching another match when Spurs are on. Our fans are weird. Yeah, Philly, I can't lie. Surely you're going to watch Spurs tonight. Listen, I love watching top teams play, but I'm not going to watch PSG and Bayern instead of Spurs, am I? Big up to my man. How very, very generous. First of all, Tony Rodriguez, been a member for 26 months. 26 months. Big up to you. He said, smash the likes. and subscribe. So thank you very much for that, Tony. And also Blaine, very generous indeed, said, isn't it funny how with only 4 senior players fit for the bench, the tank engine ain't complaining, going for a tentative 2-1 win tonight? Absolutely. I've not heard Frank complain once about the injury crisis, but he's just getting on with it. And that's what we do. That's what a fan should do instead of last year crying every game. Injuries happen every year. Thomas Frank said this on the team tonight. Unfortunately, Kudus couldn't make it. He's got a knock. Jed is ready, but it's positive that Destiny can start. It's positive that Destiny can start. So that's very, very interesting. Hang on 1 second. Nice to hear from you. Oh. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. This is just a recruiter. Bear with me 1 second. It depends on the level, but yes. Let's have a chat. 1 second. Let's have a chat. Sorry, bear with me. This is really important. Let's have a chat tomorrow at 2 p.m. Right. So, yes. So I agree. I agree, Blaine. I think it's really, really, really important to know that injuries happen every season. As you said, you look at tonight's game. You're missing your best striker, arguably. You're missing your best winger. You're missing your DM. You're missing your 2 best playmakers. That's how the cookie crumbles. That's why you get on with it. You carry on. It is what it is. I knew he'd be here. Here's Angus. Here he is. Hang on, who's that? They who must not. Yeah. Rinketic, how are you doing, Rinketic? I've not seen your name for a while, sir. How are you doing? Said from a Danish perspective, William Clem is a decent player. Don't know anything about him, so I'll definitely look out for him tonight. Yeah. Lots of people saying this, that he's just got a knock and he will be back for the next game. Would it be wrong to watch multi-view? Do you know what, Ed? I'll be honest, mate. The other week, was it Premier League? Might have been the Premier League games. In the Premier League games, I went over to the multi-view channel, and oh my eyes, I couldn't deal with. Like, I know they say you can watch all 4 games at once, but it's like that big, 4 little squares like that, and my eyes are doing that. I'd rather watch 1 game, I think, and then see the highlights. But that's just me. Mr. Emma said, Brendan Johnson out. I don't know what you mean. Richie out. Well, Richie's not playing. Brendan Johnson is. I'm not sure what that means. Yeah. Look at that. Wow. Can you imagine supporting a team that has that as a front 4? I mean, Elise, Nabry, Diaz, and Kane. It's just phenomenal. And then I don't even know what PSG's is, but PSG aren't bad either, are they? So, God, wouldn't it be great to see that? Odegaard get an assist. Well, it would be about bloody time he did, because he hasn't done anything all season. So it would be very good for the boy to actually do something. Ian said, evening, Sava. Looking forward to this, as hopefully the guys put on a show and hopefully shut a few people up. Yeah, I'm not sure how much of a show this 11 can put on, but I hope so. For me, get the win. Get to the Man United game, get Kudus back in, get Paulinho back in, and get that win as well. That's the important thing, right? Can we get 2 wins? Because a win tonight plus a win on Saturday, and suddenly a lot of people go very quiet. And a lot of people then realise it's actually a very good start to the season. However, don't get a win today, and a lot of people will change. and go against him. So it is what it is. By the way, yes, if you haven't and you would like to join Matchday Bingo, there is the link. Big up to you. Thank you. Stream Elements, the bots. Well done. Yeah, Diaz is class. Yeah, Diaz is absolutely class. Yeah, yeah, man. I watched it for the first time. I lasted 2 minutes and went, no. I need to concentrate on one thing. Hang on, Napoli are in here. Oh no, he skied it over the bar. Oh, McTominay. Anguissa, sorry for anyone who's watching this, but Anguissa, powerful run down the right-hand side. The sort of player we need, big, strong, powerful, quick, pulls the ball back, and McTominay just leant back at the last second, and the ball went flying over the bar. Should have been Napoli 1, Frankfurt 0, but it's not. Where are we? HBK said Bayern to win the treble. For me, I'd love for Kane to win the Champions League, even if it's not with us. Yeah, why not? Yeah. I mean, I'm not big into this when people are like, go on, Harry. I mean, Harry, for me, he's not a Spurs player right now. I'll love him again when he comes back. Yes, I will do a members show this week. Friday. We'll do a members show on Thursday or Friday. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, members show only. Members only show will be this week. Yes. Big up to Phil Coys. How you doing, Phil? I hope you are well. I'm sure you'll be positive for tonight. You're normally pretty positive. So big up to you, my man. Hope you're well. I did WhatsApp you the other day that you just completely ignored me. DMB forever. Thank you very much, DMB. Really, really appreciate everything you do for the channel. So thank you very much, my man. That's very generous of you. My man, Martin, out there in Spain. How you doing, Martin? Hope you and the missus are well. And that beautiful, beautiful dog of yours said our front four is as good as Bayern. Yeah. Maybe when those Bayern players were 12. Yeah. Yeah. Levels, though, isn't it? You know, when people talk about being a Champions League ready side, levels, absolute levels. Big up to you, Martin. Really appreciate that. And Jordan, who is probably been the most generous to me in the last month or so. Thank you so much, buddy. Said, Sava, do you think Frank is a victim of Levy no longer being Spurs chairman? Do you think if Levy was still at the club, fans would have more patience with Frank? I'm predicting a 2-0 Spurs win. Well, I'll tell you what, Jordan, it's a really good point. And Perchi and I were talking about this earlier, and we said, isn't it funny that so many that just blamed Levy for everything now just blame Frank for everything? And I wonder if Levy had still been here, whether or not they'd still be blaming Levy and saying, well, it's not fair, the manager's not been backed, or whether or not they'd still be blaming Frank. People are very easy to read. It's very easy to see what people are like. And unfortunately, because Levy's gone now, they have to change and something else has to be the thing. Look, I think that Daniel Levy has left behind years and years of negligent transfer windows, years and years. You don't have a squad like this and a bench like that and a forward line like this if you haven't been negligent. So, look, we will see. We will see. But big up to you, Jordan. Thank you very much, buddy. Really appreciate you. Andy Lester as well with a super sticker. Big up, Andy. I look forward to speaking to you as always for the members only show. With my members, let me know what you prefer, whether you prefer a Thursday or a Friday. Either day is good for me. Thank you very much, Andy. Very, very generous. And we are only at 156 likes and just under 550. Who's messaged me this? The one I copied you into has your name on. Who's messaged me in something? Oh, 1 second. Somebody's copying me in something. Okay. Sorry, yeah, someone's copying me in something. Yeah. So let's get those likes up, people. Let's do the good thing. We're not asking for money, we're asking for likes. Blaine, my boy Blaine, I said, Sav, I need a victory tonight. Been in London yesterday, train up to Manchester last night. Windy, rainy Macclesfield today and Bury tomorrow. Oh, you're visiting some lovely parts of the United Kingdom, aren't you? Macclesfield and Bury and Manchester. Lucky you. Very, very lucky you. Lucky you indeed. Dime Mech said, would be nice a 3-0 lead in 60 minutes and letting some of the academy players get on the pitch. Yes, that would be very nice. He's got an item of your clothing. Sorry, I wasn't speaking to you guys. Phil Coys has just responded to my WhatsApp from last week. Thanks, Phil. Love it when you respond to me. Oh my God, this guy was creaming Spurs and now he's glazing. I mean, I think this must be a troll, right? I mean, no one's glazing any awful performances. No one wanted to lose. Anyway, you always get a couple, don't you? Hang on, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's have a look. What do we reckon the last... What time is this comment? 7:27. What do we reckon this guy's last 3 comments were in my chat? Let's see how much of a troll he is. Let's have a look. We like this, don't we? The troll hunting. Let's have a look. So go to channel activity. Here we go. Okay, right. It's just, these people are so obvious. I'm looking at all this guy's comments for the last year on my channel. Every single one is just a troll's comment. It's so funny. Hey, good luck to you. And yeah, have a nice evening. Have a nice evening, my friend. And he's always very generous. He's a lovely guy. He really is very generous. Big up to Hotspur. He's been a member for 2 months now. Big up to you, my man. Feel free to join the member-only shows. As I said, this week it will be either Thursday or Friday. I'm not sure which day yet. Where only members can join. Everyone can jump on. We just have a chat. They're very relaxed. We have a laugh. There's no drama in it. It's all good fun. And no one else on the internet gets to see it. So big up to you. And big up to Siggy, who said, I don't buy guys coffee. I buy them beer. Here you go. Well, thank you very much. Coffee and beer. Do you know the funny thing is, Siggy, I don't actually like coffee. So buying me a beer is always appreciated. Hang on. Right, yeah, so sorry, a bit distracted tonight. I've got a lot of messages coming into my inbox. Big up to you. Thank you very much, Siggy. I'm guessing this is Icelandic revenue. Is it? Is this Icelandic? Big up to you. Thank you very much. That's very, very generous indeed. And hopefully you enjoy the show and hopefully Spurs give you the win. Where are we? Gangster Boss says, can see a Copenhagen win, to be honest, mate. I hope not. I bloody hope not. By the way, Napoli have got 5 minutes to find the winner here. They're into 5 minutes of injury time at home. The referee is stopping the game for something. I don't know what's going on. You know what VAR is like. You know what VAR. I think they're looking for a penalty for a handball. That's not a handball to me, but Napoli think it should be. Look, you know, the bench is what it is. We've got a lot of injuries. I think we've got 11 injuries. So the bench is going to be full of kids. Unfortunately, it is what it is, right? And my wife tells me off so much for saying that sentence, don't you? She hates it. She's shouting out. Max said, Sava, you quite literally said, I wish Spurs got relegated last year. Yes, that sounds definitely like something I would say. I always want Tottenham to get relegated. Oh, how we love these comments. Big up to you. Big up to you. Where are we? Yeah, Rob, unfortunately, they are bloody good. Unfortunately, they are bloody good, aren't they? But let's hope they have a collapse in the second half of the season, shall we? What's my favourite beer? I like an IPA. I do like neck oil. I like a neck oil. I do like What else? I like Wingman. There's quite a few beers I like. I like session beers. I like most session beers. No, Anthony, not on Spurs 5 anymore, my man. Not on Spurs 5 anymore. Where are we? Loads of comments in the chat. Loads of super chats coming in. And the super sticker train is on fire tonight. Big up to my man, Tony. He's putting in Swedish money. Big up to you. He said, if we lose tonight, I'm going to lose my shit. Tony. Oh, Tony, we're not going to lose tonight. It's going to be all right, my man. It's going to be all right. Keep the faith, Tony. Much love, dude. Listen, you're Cape Verdean. You're Cape Verde. They've qualified for the World Cup for the first time in their history. So big up to you, my man. And big up to Blaine. He said, tongue-in-cheek, wonder if Adogi will play better under Frank's new gun to the head encouragement tactics. Oh, my gosh. How we laugh. Big up, Blaine. Really appreciate that. And do you know what I've just realised? I've just realised that my name on here for some reason is got Richard in front of it. I don't know why that is. There we go. Let's change that to Sava only. Don't know why. You said it last show. Sure, Max. I think the more we see of Max, we're starting to see troll-like vibes. I did say neck oil. Yep. It is what it is. Hey, hop. You stop barking. Sorry, the puppy is barking. By the way, for anyone who cares, he's going in to get his bits done tomorrow. Oof. Little does he know, the little rascal, right now, as he's getting all brave and stuff. It is what it is. Big up, Anton. Yes, very much looking forward to the game. 21 minutes to go. By the way, Napoli have 1 minute to go. Napoli have 1 minute to go at home, and they are 0-0 with Frankfurt. Good point this for Frankfurt, and it's going to be a corner kick to Napoli in the last minute of the game. Big up to Jordan Collins. How you doing, Jordan? Nice to see you, my man. I hope you are well. Big up to each and every one of you. Corner kick here for Napoli. Let's see, they got 40 seconds. Corner kick, back post. Keeper's claimed it. Volleyed back in, headed away. Oh, squeaky bum time. Headed back in. And again, flicked on and into the arms of the goalkeeper. It's all happening, but looks like Frankfurt are going to hang on for a draw. Right. So people are going, right, okay. So is it one of those, Andy, where I've said something sarcastically and people are taking it verbatim? Yeah, always happens, doesn't it? People just want to make up their own narrative. But listen, that is their prerogative, right? That is their prerogative to make up whatever they would like to make up. But we don't make things up. So it's all good. It's all good. 1 second. Let's just see if we can do a cheeky little hacker. Let's have a look. 1 second. Look, the whistle's going to go here very shortly. Frankfurt, can they... Oh, hang on, Frankfurt. No. 1 second. Right, let's do this. Let's go with... Are Real Madrid going to beat Liverpool? I'll go with Real Madrid. Yeah. 1 second. 1 second, people. And then... yeah, there we go. So there you go. There you go. Oof. Real Madrid, Tottenham, Juve, Coventry, and Ipswich. Real Madrid away. I haven't even looked at their lineup. Let's have a look at their lineup. Bellingham, Mbappe, Vinicius, Chouameni, Gula, Camavinga. It is what it is. Now, let me find what channel Tottenham are on. Here we go. Which channel are Tottenham on these days? Are we going to be on the same one as the Gooners? We are going to be straight on after the Gooners, who are 3-0 up. They are, unfortunately, a very good team, aren't they? They really are a very good Team. They are a very good team. Why has Sava left the Spurs fight? I covered this earlier. I needed some time to myself. I was doing too much on YouTube, and it starts to become not fun. Nothing to do with those other guys. It's just sometimes when you're talking football all day, every day, it's like anything in life. If you do something too much, if you do something too much, you start to not enjoy it. Where are we? I don't know. Leave Gangster Boss alone. He hasn't done anything as far as I can see. Please, only if you are a mod, only time people out if they really deserve it. If not, I'll deal with it. Camavinga going to boss the Liverpool midfield today. Well, I'll take that, considering that I've just put them in an acca away from home at Anfield. I don't know what I was thinking. How many Spurs fans would jump ship if we get rid? Mark, our fans see us sitting 6th in the table, yeah, and want to jump ship on the manager. I mean, can you imagine if we got relegated? Actually, if I say the relegation word, people will start saying, oh, Sava's talking about relegation. It's mental. Leandro, these are the games. These are the games. These are the games where these players have to show. Sorry, bear 1 second. The light might go out for a second. Yeah, 1 second. One second. There we go. Sorry, it's a bit temperamental, that light. I got it online. It's a little bit temperamental. No, it's still playing up. 1 second. One second. If it blows up, it blows up. Jack, I don't know. Jack, honestly, it's a question for those guys. It's their business now, not mine. I don't know what they're doing. I think they might keep it as a 4, or they bring in someone else. I genuinely don't know. But listen, I wish them nothing but the best of luck. I'm sure they will grow that channel to be massive. But I'll be honest, after speaking Spurs all week, to then do another set of shows every week, I don't. When I feel like it, I like it. But when it's when you've got to be booked in every week at a certain time, it takes you away from your family. It means you're saying no to a lot of things in your social life, and I couldn't commit to it anymore. That's all it is. So there's no drama. As I keep saying, I know a lot of people want to make drama, but there's no drama. It is what it is. But hey, it is what it is. Anyway, let me know if you're new inside in the last couple of minutes. Get your score prediction in. I'm going to go with a 2-3-1 Spurs win. Hi, Sava, where did you get the mirror from? Mirror? What mirror, Justin? Mirror, do you mean this? You don't mean that. Not the light, right? Mirror? I don't know. This is from online. I mean, is that what you mean? I'm not sure what you mean. Let me know your score prediction. Stephen O'Connor has gone with a 1-1. Mick Chase has gone with a 4-1 Spurs. The light is online. I'll find out what it is a little bit later, but it's a site online where you send them the picture and the measurements, and then they create it. So I could have had that big. That's actually, it's really hard for you guys to see how big that is. Let me see if I can. So this is the normal TV remote control, right? So it's probably 2 of those, just over 2 of those lengthwise. So it's quite long. You can have it, whatever, you could have it that big if you want, or that big. Probably a bit bigger than I wanted it in reality, but hard to tell when you're not, when you haven't got it, when you haven't got the got it on the wall, so to speak. Arsenal have won 3-0 away at Slavia Prague, and they march on, don't they? They win and they win and they win, and they keep clean sheet after clean sheet after clean sheet. Can you send us the link for the light? I tell you what, bear with me, everyone. So many people seem to be very interested in the light. Let me see. Where do I go for my oh, here we go. Where's my orders? I never know where I'm looking for. My orders, here we go. Orders. So this is from a shop called, oh, buy again. Let's go to the buy again list. This is from a shop, if I can ever see it. Why can't I find it? I don't know. I'll find it. I'll find it a bit later. And I'll find it a bit later and let anyone know. But yeah, there's loads of them online. This one was pretty good. Yeah, it was from Amazon. Yeah, just a site on Amazon. How have Copenhagen's performances been? Well, in the Champions League, they've played 3 and they've lost 2 and they've drawn 1. So they're not a great team. Big up, Lee. Listen, it's tough. Sometimes you have to make decisions. As I said in the show earlier, I just think some people think that we're just streaming machines and that I've just got nothing else going on in my life and I can just stream and stream and stream and stream. Trust me, imagine you talked about football, right? Imagine you talked about football all day, every day. After a while, you don't care and you get annoyed. Big up to my boy Wayne and Floral Frog. The Floral Frog Company. For anyone who's got a company out there that wants to buy, I'm not even going to go into it. I'm not even going to go into what Floral Frog is. I'm not even going to go into what Floral Frog is unless Wayne wants to put his link in the chat. I think this was the team that we had to play. I don't think we've got anyone else. We've got 5 kids from the academy on the bench. 5 kids from the academy on the bench. So a lot of injuries, a lot of injuries, but we keep going. We keep going. Some of that story about Spurs 5 is boring. Please make up some drama. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is. I don't know. I don't know. Welcome to each and every one of you. Patch said, evening, Savra. I noticed nobody is sponsored by OK Jersey or whatever it's called anymore. Tried using them once, but my bank wouldn't allow the transaction. I don't know. I stopped using them a while back. Something didn't feel right to me, so I stopped using them a while back. No, something didn't feel right. So, hey, what can I say? Absolutely, Anton. Balance in life is definitely necessary. And it's only when you don't have balance in your life, you realize that you need balance in your life. Leave to a certain someone to make a video, mate. Yeah, it's coming. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for somebody out there to make a video pretending something's happened that hasn't. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's so funny. Honestly, YouTube is just such a real strange place. There are 10 minutes till kickoff. 10 minutes till kickoff. What I want to see today, Robert, I don't think it's about pragmatic. It's what we normally do. 2 midfielders, 3 behind and 1 up top. I don't think this is less pragmatic. I think this is exactly what it normally is. Isn't it funny, though? Can I ask, Robert, what's made you say that? Can I ask you, what's made you think that this is less pragmatic than normal? This is normally what we do. This is normally what we do, isn't it? But hey, it is what it is. Oh, hang on. Right. No more Spurs 5 questions. It's boring now. No more Spurs 5 questions. All you got to do is keep watching the Spurs 5 on Mondays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. And as I've said, I will never go live at the same time as them unless it's for extenuating circumstances. I would not do that to them. You know, I don't know. Maybe they're live. I don't know. Are they live tonight? Can anyone... Hang on, let's check. I could probably check if they're live tonight. And if they are, then I can redirect after my show. I don't know if they are going live. Probably if we lose. Let me have a look. Redirect. Let's see. Search videos and channels. Loads of people tonight. Do you know what? Right now, when I look at who is live, it's absolutely mad. I don't think they're live tonight. I can't see that they've set a show. Maybe they have and I can't see it, but I can't see that they've set a show. So, but if they are tonight, we'll redirect you and send you all over there. There is no problems with them. We're Mako 80. So when I see BJ starting, I lose all faith. Frank just doesn't seem to care about the Champions League. Always a weakened team. And unfortunately, this is the problem. When people like Mako 80 say this, who are you starting tonight instead of Brennan Johnson? Who? This is what I mean, guys. When you get fans like this, they want us to be bad, right? Because when we're saying, oh, he doesn't want to do well because Brennan Johnson's starting, who else does he start there? I mean, let's look at the bench. So who is Mako 80 starting? Right, let's have a look at the bench. Forward options. Scarlett, Richarlison, Yusuf Akamrich. Who else? Who is that guy starting? I don't know who. And this is the problem that we've got. This is the narrative, and this is the narrative of these fans, right? Frank doesn't care about the Champions League. I mean, which is absolutely ridiculous to say, right? This is the squad he's got. He's having to use the squad he's got. I'm not sure what else he's meant to do, but I don't understand. I mean, I'm looking at this bench. Look at this bench. Look at this bench. Don't know if you can see that, but probably not come up very clearly there. That bench, 5 kids from the youth team, 2 goalkeepers, a centre-half, a fullback, and Dane Scarlett. I mean, I don't know what he's meant to do. And we're at the stage, I think we're at the stage where people now just causing drama for drama's sake. Exactly, Rick. Exactly, Rick. Absolutely. 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 You've got to use what you've got. I don't know. Hang on, let me see if I can get my chair sorted, by the way. Let's get into position for the game. I don't know who else started. I've seen a few people say this throughout the comments, saying, can't believe the lineup. And I'm like, well, sorry. Was he meant to start? I mean, this is who he's got on the bench, right? Yusuf Akamrich. That's who he's got on the bench, right? Let's see who else he's got on the bench. Here we go. Rio Comatera. I mean, what was he meant to do tonight? I don't know what he's meant to do. Also, isn't it funny how? Isn't it? It's very funny, by the way, for me, how suddenly everyone's in this. Dane Scarlett should be playing as though suddenly he's good. I do find that funny. Of course he has. Big up to my man, Craig Scott, DJ General Tracks. How you doing, my friend? Hope you are well. Let's see what happens. At the end of the day, I think it's going to be very, very difficult. I think it's going to be very, very difficult to play really good football with the players we've got. But I think we've got enough to win tonight. Bamboozle, everybody. Let's give Bamboozle a clap. Was dropped on his head probably as a child. No name, no picture, saying silly things. Oh, dearie me. Exactly. No. You have to laugh. You have to laugh. These people are very funny. You have to laugh. Patrick said it's a strong 11. I think it's the best 11 he's got. And again, you've got to remember, Paulinho's going to need to rest. Paulinho's going to need to rest. He can't play every single game. This is what we keep having this conversation, Marios. We keep having this conversation. You do this every week. He can't just play every single player every single week. Paulinho's played the last 3 games in 7 days. 4 in 10 days is a lot for someone of that age. So, you know, come on, let's not be too harsh. So that I've got these. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he's just left them out. He's just left them out. Oh, yeah. It's so strange. Our fans are never happy. Our fans are never happy. Marios has been brilliant this season. Every time he asks for something to happen, the manager does it, and then he complains when the manager does it. You got to laugh. Again, here's another one. The team selections are only a small part. What team selection? Who else could he have played? What else was he meant to do? What else was he meant to do tonight? You got no Bergval, no Gray, no Basuma, no Kulu, no Madison, no Solanke, no Kudus, no Tell. I mean, there's a lot of players missing. This is what he had to go with. And it is what it is. And this, blame the transfer strategy. Absolutely. I know this is the problem. Too many fans, again, they think it's Football Manager. Yeah? They think it's Football Manager. But hey, it is what it is. I'll read out the teams in a second. The players are now lining up, listening to the Champions League music. Can we please keep all talk of politics and stuff away from the channel? That's the one thing I will ask. That's all I ask. Please, I don't want anything in here about politics, religion, race. Let's stay away from all that. That's not, everyone knows that's not my vibe. So if we could stay away from that, that would be absolutely amazing. Where are we? What's going on here? Why am I not seeing that? Oh. Why is it not showing me my... So there we go. Okay. One more. I'm going to get rid of you, please. You've changed your tune since last year. No, I haven't. What did I say? This is the team he's got. This is what you've got to do. That's exactly what I said with Ange. You've got the players you've got. You've got to play and you've got to get on with it. I haven't changed my tune at all. So Spurs line up. Vicario in goal. Porro, Romero, Van de Ven, Adogi, Bentancur, Sarr, Johnson, Xavi Simons, Odegaard, Kolo Muani, and the benches: Kinski, Austin, Dancer, Paulinho, Richarlison, Spence, Scarlett, Rio, Rousewell, and Akenrich. Wow. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Exactly, my man. Exactly. Want to get away from all that. Exactly, man. Be great to see the likes of Xavi Simons and Muani grab their first Spurs goals today. Big up to you, my man. Big up to Patrick. Big up to David. Hope you're well. Keep up, man. Keep up. Enjoy the game. All right. Dude, I'm trying my best to be patient. Just stop, man. Just stop. Please, it's boring now. It's so boring. It's really boring. You don't have to troll every single day. It's so boring. Sorry, Machina Joe, why are you one of my members but agreeing with the trolls that only want people to agree with me? What are you talking about? I've read out loads of comments I disagree with. What are you talking about? You've gone really weird lately. Very, very weird. The YouTube is so weird. There's so many really odd characters about. So weird. Big up, Dave. Me too, my man. Me too. Let's see how good a performance we can put in tonight, as Xavi Simons is about to get us off and underway. And we're off and running in the game. As Copenhagen play the ball forward, Bentancur wins it. Papasar now nicks it forward. Xavi Simons tries to flick it on to Mawani, but it's blocked. And Udogie does really well. Keeps it on, gives it to Sarr. Now back into Romero. Lee, it's so weird, isn't it? It's so weird. They sit in with fake names, silly pictures, and just say really stupid shit. Some of them are members of mine. They pay to be weird. It's so odd. Here's Udogie driving down the line, gives it to Odegaard, back to Udogie, and his cross wasn't good, but it's got out for a corner kick to Tottenham. Ow. Oh, it's chatting in my mouth. Really hurts. So, corner kick to Tottenham. We've been good from set pieces. Can we get another goal here? Pedro Porro is going to whip this in from the left-hand side, right-footed into the 6-yard box. It's gone deep, headed back across. Oh, no, it wasn't. Sarr. Need a bit more quality there. Need more quality. The ball landed at Sarr's feet. All he had to do was take a touch and either shoot or play it back in. And he did neither. Poor from Sarr, that. Look at this. It goes all the way through to him. Again, as I said, it's the technical ability. Got to be able to control that. Got to do better there. Let's have a look. I'll keep you updated with all the scores tonight. So no goals in the Champions League at the moment. Napoli drew 0-0 with Frankfurt. Arsenal won 3-0 away. Here's Odegaard. Gives it to Sarr. Sarr, again, gives the ball away. Wins it back, but he gives it away. And then, Simons and Mawani got in each other's way. Sarr, for me, just isn't good on the ball. Good athlete, but isn't good on the ball. Spurs win the ball back again, though. We started brightly here. Here's Romero. It's all Spurs. As Van der Ven plays it out wide to Odegaard. Let's see what he's got. Cuts inside, gives it to Sarr. Now Bentancur across to Pedro Porro. Pedro Porro goes one more to Brennan Johnson. He plays it back into Bentancur. We know that Brennan Johnson very rarely is going to beat that man. What's the atmosphere like, guys? I can't hear, obviously. I haven't got the sound on. But it's all Spurs at the moment. Here's Porro. Plays the ball forward. It's gone all the way to the back post to Udogie. Take your time. Get a cross in. Udogie. Udogie all the time in the world. All the time in the world. Really poor that from Udogie. The ball was floated all the way over to him. All he had to do, again, take a touch, whip it in, and he didn't. It's all Spurs. All of the game at the moment is in the Copenhagen half. There's a ball by Udogie. Given away again. Udogie, come on, man. And now Copenhagen with the first chance to run at Spurs. We're on the halfway line. They played it down the left-hand channel, in behind Porro. They're going to get the cross in, are they? And it's blocked off Porro for a corner. Got to do better there. That's twice. That's twice now. Spurs have got the ball in the box. You need someone to take a touch, lay it off to a player. And that's now Papasar and Udogie that have wasted that opportunity. Agreed. Absolutely does. Absolutely. Composure. Composure is all that was needed. Anyway, Copenhagen take the corner. It's cleared by Spurs. Only to the edge of the box. Volley in, straight into the arms of Vicario. It's been all Tottenham, and you need someone with composure. And here's Pedro Porro in the right back area. He plays the ball forward. Over the top to Mwani. Brings it down. Brilliant there. Mwani now running through and then gives the ball away. Just gives the ball away. Just a bit of composure. That's all that's needed. So all Spurs. Here's Romero. Van der Ven, back to Romero. He goes across to Pedro Porro. I would expect us to have all the ball here tonight. But again, it's those forward areas. Come on, Romero. He holds on to it so long. Pass it, man. Now Romero plays it out wide to Xavi Simons, who's gone out wide to the right. He goes back into Porro. Back to Romero. Van der Ven goes into Udogie. Escaped his man well. Gives it to Xavi Simons, who's in space. Xavi Simons, 20 yards out. Shoots. Blocked. Out for a corner kick. Much better. So he move it quicker through the middle, getting those shooting positions. Udogie this time did well. Laid it off to Simons. He took 2 touches. Took the shot. It's hit the Copenhagen player on the edge of the box. And it's gone out for a corner kick. Again, who would have started instead of him? I don't understand this fan base. I don't understand this fan base at all. Don't understand us. Are we just moaning now for moaning's sake? We're just going to moan for everything now, aren't we? Corner kick from Pedro Porro. Left-hand side. It's going to be whipped in, right-footed, into the 6-yard box. Cleared by Copenhagen. Only as far as Odegaard. Takes a touch. Dinks the ball forward. Great ball into Brennan Johnson. Oh, Johnson. Oh, God. Brennan Johnson. What a good ball from Odegaard. Brennan Johnson miscontrolled the ball. Look, didn't control the ball. Then got absolutely nothing on it to put it across. Oh, my gosh. Brennan Johnson. Spurs again, all Tottenham. Here's Odegaard on the left-hand side. Here's Bentancur. Now Romero. Romero takes so long on the ball. So long on the ball, Christian Romero. Pass it quicker, Christian. Oh, my God. Watch when Romero gets the ball. Pass it, man. Pass it. Here's Xavi Simons. Floated out to the right. Into Bentancur. That was a lovely ball by Odegaard. Here's Xavi Simons. Now the ball with Pape Sarr. Pape Sarr driving through, but he gives it away. Nah, sorry, James. See, it's not about laying off him. I just called him out because it was poor, right? Was that not ridiculously bad for a Champions League footballer? This is what I mean. Fans like this praise players like Johnson, but then want to have a go at Thomas Frank. It's hilarious, isn't it? Doesn't matter who you were talking to. There's the ball over the top to Odegaard. He can't keep it on either. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Odegaard and Johnson. I think he's made one good pass so far. Other than that, got to do more for me. Absolutely, Mark. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We will play some good football when you get some good technical footballers. When Kulu, when Madison, when they're back, you'll see a difference. When you get a ball-playing midfielder, a proper left winger. But it's all Spurs. PSG 0, Bayern Munich 1. Mate, I haven't got the sound on. I don't know. 1 second. Sorry, that chat dog's so noisy. Sorry, who tried to pass it to Kola Mawani? Mate, is this your mate Brennan Johnson again? Who you really rate, who really isn't very good. James, one more, you're going to get blocked. Sorry, no, I'm allowed to say if a footballer doesn't do well. Don't do this. I'll say it now. Fuck off. Don't start doing this, mate. You're pissing me off now. Talking about mental health isn't me saying on screen how poor Brennan Johnson's been. No. Stop it. So here's Destiny Adogi. Yeah, so for some reason it's over here. I don't know why. I don't know why. There they are. Let's get a bit more in there. There they are. There they are. Oh, dearie me. So let's get back to the game. Yep. Phil, the reason they play safe passes is because there's no technically creative footballers. I saw what you said about me last night, by the way, on the Spurs 5. I see you, Bush Ranger. I saw you. I'm not blind. I see what you say, but you're here watching. It's weird. Constantly slagging me off last night. Yeah, he's here. Isn't it weird? These people slag you off, then come to your channel and talk. It's weird. I saw you. I saw you. I saw you. There's loads of them, mate. They're all the same. They see someone slag you off, they join in immediately. Bush Rangers always doing it. James, see you later, mate. You're boring, mate. See you later. Boom. Anyway, back to the football. Brennan Johnson, the problem is every now and then he scores a tap in, right? And people rave about him. All last year, I heard that Frank would coach this players way, way better than clueless Ange. I just wish fans would be held accountable. What do you mean? We're 10 games into a season. Well, what do you mean? We're 10 games into a season with 11 players missing. What do you mean? We're sixth in the Premier League table. What are you talking about? I'm so confused with our fan base. Really, really confused with these people. Really confused. Our fan base has got the patience. I don't know what's impatient. I don't know. Our fan base have got no patience on anyone. Free kick by Porro and just flies over the bar. Very long way out. I'm not angry at all. Again, idiots like this are just going to get blocked. Just idiots everywhere. Just idiots everywhere. Anyway, it is what it is. Here's Odeber into Xavi Simons, who's got some space, plays a good ball out wide to Adogi. What's Adogi got? Into the box, shoots into the arms of the goalkeeper. That was better from Spurs, a lot quicker. Me too, Don. Me too. Some of them aren't. We know some of them aren't. People like Reezy, they're not Spurs fans. They never were. We know that. Here's the Copenhagen goalkeeper. It's been all Spurs so far. Need a bit more composure in those final third areas as Olympiacos take the lead. I remember Ange conceding 4 goals, 6 goals, 4 goals, 3 goals, 4 goals, 6 goals regularly. So again, silly thing to say. For me, Adogi's got to do better when he gets into those areas. But Adogi does so well up until that final ball. And we know the final ball is the hardest ball. Here's Bentancur to Xavi Simons, who's got space. Xavi Simons plays a wonderful ball to Brennan Johnson, who rounds the keeper. Brennan Johnson taps it in. Tottenham are 1-0 up. And that is much better. Xavi Simons with a superb ball through the channel into Johnson. And he wasn't going to miss from there. Open goal. Tottenham Hotspur 1, Copenhagen 0. Simons with the assist, Johnson with the goal, and hopefully that does wonders for both their confidence. Good finish from Johnson, great pass from Simons, and Tottenham 1, Copenhagen 0. Can we now kick on from there? Xavi Simons, good ball, really good ball over the top, and Johnson took one touch, keeper came rushing out, and then Johnson just had to compose himself, and he did. He really did compose himself there, took a touch, and he just had to roll it gently into the back of the net. Good finish. And it is Tottenham Hotspur 1, Copenhagen 0, and we deserve that. We've been the better team. Tottenham 1, Copenhagen 0. Spurs lost 6-3 to Liverpool. I mean, I don't, guys, surely you all see this guy's a troll, right? I literally just said we lost 6-3 to Liverpool at home. So, and then he's come on and said Spurs and never conceded more than 4 goals. It's just mental, isn't it? I've just given you the example. Good pass by Xavi Simons. That will give him lots of confidence. And Brennan Johnson, keeper came rushing out, and I was like thinking to myself, are you going to keep your calm? And he did. Took a touch, just rolled it into the back of the net from a tight angle. Tottenham 1-0. Here's Odeber. Oh, that's a really poor ball from Odeber. I'm really disappointed with him again. Oh, Aleki, he's just making, yeah, I know, this Gary guy's just making things up. He's just lying. We all know how many times we conceded so many goals. Yeah, exactly, Philly. So can Tottenham go on? Exactly. We conceded 11 against Liverpool in 2 games, and he's telling everyone in the chat that I'm lying. You've got to laugh, haven't you? Got to laugh. So Tottenham 1-0 up. We deserve this. We have been much the better team. As it stands, we're up into 7th in the Champions League table. As it stands, we're up into 7th. So currently in the top 8, obviously all the games tomorrow, the rest of this game tonight to go. But again, 6th in the Premier League, top 7 in the Champions League. But there is drama. Drama, 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 drama. Here's Xavi Simons again in the number 10. Lays the ball off to Mawani. Mawani now goes out wide to Udogie. He's got space to run into, but he's too slow. Just gets the ball into Papa Sarr. Now goes across to Bentancur into Van der Ven. That can't be right. He's got 2 assists now, hasn't he? He's got 2 assists, not 1. So let's hope that gives a bit of confidence to Xavi Simons. Saw the pass, executed it well, and a really nice finish from Brennan Johnson. Here is Porro. Now Johnson with an interesting pass back into Romero. He will. He just needs time. He will. He will. PSG, I think, have got an equaliser against Bayern Munich, I think. Tony, what's the drama? Tony, we're all over them. What's the drama? So angry. So angry. So angry. Here's Mickey van der Ven. Romero. Now Porro. Porro with a cross-field pass brilliantly to Udogie. Takes a touch. Gives it to Papa Sarr. Move that quicker. There's Xavi Simons now. Gives it to Papa Sarr again. Back to Udogie. Back into Xavi Simons, who's playing wherever he wants tonight. Another good ball by Simons into Sarr. Sarr takes a touch. Lays it back to Xavi Simons. Simons just trying to find those little passes. Gives it back to Papa Sarr. Now they go across to Romero. Spurs are creating space here with Porro. Oh, Porro, no, you've got to go forward there, Porro. Nah, come on. We've done really well. We dragged them all out of position. Good touch by Xavi Simons. Goes past his man. Nearly stumbles. Doesn't. Gives it to Sarr. Sarr now drives forward. Gives it to Udogie. Not the greatest ball into Odegaard. No, it wasn't a good ball by Udogie. It was a bit wayward. But Spurs retain the ball. Just Udogie and Odegaard for me, they rush everything. Just very rushed. There's a really good ball this time into Udogie. Udogie lays the ball across, and it was going to fall at the feet of Xavi Simons. But Clem, the number 36, got in the way and blocked it for a corner. That was better. Odegaard into Udogie. Udogie, for me, I think needs to really work on that last ball when he gets in the final third. So many times where he's got the chance to look up, put a player in, and doesn't. But we've got a corner here. Pedro Porro, left-hand side. And the PSG goal was disallowed, by the way. Here's Porro. Corner kick, whipped in, back post, headed away by Copenhagen. But Brennan Johnson brings it down. Back to him from a Odeberg. Here he is, one-on-one Brennan Johnson. Can he beat his man? Can he get the ball in? He's dinked it across. Papassar with a header over the bar. And it's all Tottenham. It's all Tottenham. And we need to get a second, you feel. And then I think the players will be able to relax a little bit more. Another chance goes begging for Tottenham, but we're getting into those areas. Getting into good areas. When we're saying so much better, I think he is until the final ball. He's so much better at getting into the positions, but his final ball is not good. He needs to be more accurate with that. Udogie, as I said, Udogie for me is a 2/3 player. I think for the first 2/3, he's great. And in the final third, just got to work on that. But he's still of that age where he's going to develop. And that's the important thing. So Tottenham have dominated for the first 27 minutes here. Could easily be 2 or 3. But here's Mickey van der Ven. Goes into Romero. Romero plays the ball out wide to Udogie, but that wasn't a good ball by Romero. He fired that into him, and Udogie didn't really have a lot of option there, but to lose the ball. No, Mike Zappa, he did just go past someone. He did. Here's Copenhagen, though. Now, good defending by Pedro Porro. First time for ages that Copenhagen had got down the line. Pedro Porro just stood his position, then given away by Bentancur. And Spurs just keep it sensible. Keep it sensible. Nothing silly there. So 28 minutes gone. It's been all Spurs, but here's Copenhagen with a throw-in, say kind of opposite the Spurs penalty area. Looks like they're going to get their long throw specialist on this one. He goes short. Now he's going to whip in the cross, left-footed. It's gone over everyone. Blocked. Shot. He's dribbled towards Vicario. No problems there for Tottenham. So Tottenham 1, Copenhagen 0. Love to get a second before half-time. Love to get a second before half-time. Really, really just take some pressure off the players and the fans. And but as I said, I always say to people, I never expect us to batter teams. I just don't think we've got that clinical nature. But we're creating space. We're creating chances. We're getting into good areas. And there's Destiny giving the ball away again. A really mixed half for me from Destiny Udogie. Doing some great things, but some really lackadaisical things. Stephen, I don't know. We're all over them. I'm not sure what you mean. Like, I don't know what are you just moaning now for the sake of it? I think we've created a number of chances and we've been all over them. I'm not sure. Are we now just moaning for moaning's sake? Like, I feel like that's what we're doing. I think we're moaning for moaning's sake there. I think we've just got to be a little bit more clinical in that final third. But Copenhagen with a corner. We're watching a different game, Stephen. We're watching a different game. Corner kick comes in from Copenhagen. Well claimed by Vicario. Did well there. I don't understand. I don't understand. I think we've controlled this game completely. And you've got people going, oh, this isn't acceptable. What is it that they... I don't know. I don't know. As I said, the watch-alongs just get boring because you can't... No one's happy with anything. And it's a goal kick to Tottenham. As I said before the game, I never expect that we're going to batter teams 4 or 5-0. I just simply don't think we've got that firepower. But 1-0, let's grab a second in the next 10, 15 minutes. That would be lovely. I think that would be lovely. Here's Destiny Udogie. Goes back inside to Mickey van der Ven. Porro gives the ball away, wins it back. Pedro Porro. Anyway, here's Mickey van der Ven. Plays it out wide to Udogie. Udogie does really well there, but wins the free kick. Does some brilliant things, Udogie, doesn't he? He does some brilliant things. Stephen, I think that's it. I think that's it. I think people expect that the opposition are never going to have the football. So here's Rodrigo Bentancur. Here's Mickey van der Ven. Goes into Saar. Turns. That's nice. He's turned well. Now he's driving out wide. Gives it to poor... He can't pass. Can't pass. He did so well. Papa Sarr did all the hard work. Papa Sarr did all the hard work. Turned his man. Drove with the ball. And then the pass given away. And then he does that brilliantly. Wins the ball back like that brilliantly. But when you want him to just give a pass, that's where he can't quite get it together. This time, Copenhagen give the ball away. There's Mawani into Simmons. Turns. Oh, and Udogie or Odeberg couldn't take it with him. I've not, of all of the players, it's Odeberg, the one that I'm not really seeing a lot from. Romero tries to pass, doesn't work. Falls back to Van der Ven, though. Juventus have equalised against Sporting. Here's Mickey van der Ven, 34 minutes gone. There's Porro, down the line to Xavi Simons. Takes a touch, turns, he's got space, lays it back to Romero. Dusan Vlahovic has scored for Juventus. There's Papa Sarr down the line to Udogie, who is offside. Juventus 1-1. Bayern Munich are 2-0 up at PSG. Bayern Munich are flying this season. Yeah, it's going to take time. I mean, how many games have Mawani and Simmons played together in the 10 and the 9? It's going to take time, right? There's a ball over the top, cleared by Romero, mopped up by Odeberg, given away, but won back by Mickey van der Ven. And then a free kick won by Mickey van der Ven. I think what we're lacking is a lot of quality players. The more you look at it, we're getting into good positions. You could see what we're trying to do. But again, I just think we're lacking the quality. I think if there was a Maddison on this pitch and a Kudus on this pitch, a proper left winger. I think things are very different. See, I'll tell you where they say stats can be misleading. Saying that Copenhagen have had 5 shots at goal, I can't really remember them doing anything. Anyway, here's Mickey van der Ven. Plays the ball into the channel. Mawani's going to chase that, is he? Mawani's got there. Tried to flick it over the guy's head. Brings it down. Mawani, Simmons turns. Only pass was just overplayed to Odeberg, but Odeberg's kept it in. What have you got, Odeberg? Beat your man. Beat your man. No, it just lays it back. Can't beat a man. Here's Papa Sarr. Odeberg, just get the... You've got one-on-one. Just go past your man. Here's Sarr into Porro. Just that moment where you're one-on-one. Try. Make your fullback do something. I mean, Mawani never really had it under control. And then Simmons just overcooked the ball. Here's Mawani again, though. And his pass is blocked. Oh, and then there's Copenhagen playing the ball down the line. And then a shot from about 30 yards way over the bar. Goal kick to Spurs. I just think it's difficult. Like, he's neat and tidy, but there's zero skill, zero flair, zero end product is there with him. There's just nothing there from him. It's not that he's a terrible footballer, but you could have one of the youth team doing that, couldn't you? I mean, I keep hearing this. I don't see it. Xavi Simmons flicks the ball on. Got that wrong, though. And Copenhagen can come away with the ball. They're not going anywhere, but they tried. And there's a yellow card here to Kolo Muani, who was pulling back his man. Yeah, you're going to get, he's pulling him back. It's difficult, right? Because again, it's like I'm not sitting here saying, oh my God, he's shit. But as a winger, you've got to ask yourself, what do you do? Great ball by Bentancur. Now, here's Odeberg running through. You've got Johnson he gives it to Johnson. Johnson now on the edge of the box. Turns, lays it back to Xavi Simmons. He gives it to Porro. Porro can get the ball across. Back post. It's got over everyone, but Papa Sarr's got it. He gives it to Simmons. Back into a Dogie. Here's Xavi Simmons, lays it off to Mawani. Oh, man. Oh, no. That should have been 2 assists. That should have been 2 assists for Xavi Simmons. He got brilliant footwork from Xavi there. He headed the ball down into Mawani. Back to Simmons. Simmons walks through the defence. And Kolo Muani. Oh, how's he missed? How's he missed? Oh, Mawani. Much better football. Much better football from Spurs. Mawani and Simmons trying to link up more. But it's funny, literally, I'm seeing people saying Xavi's crap, he's poor. He's created 3 or 4 chances here tonight. Atletico Madrid are 1-0 up. The goal scorer, Julian Alvarez. I think Xavi Simons had a very good half. I think that the problem is people just want to say he's not playing well, right? Yeah, I've never doubted that in a million years. I've not doubted it, my man. Not doubted it. He will come good. He's a very good footballer. I can't take that seriously. But really good play between Simmons and Mawani there. 2-1-2s and then Mawani dragging it wide. But much better approach play from Tottenham. Really good play by Bentancur again to win the ball back. He's done really well there, Bentancur. He's done that a few times. Yeah, sure. Okay, cool. Then he's been shit. They're all shit because this is against farmers. Can't win, can you? This is our fan base. You can't win. Can't win. What are we meant to say? Doesn't matter if you played well, they're rubbish. Like, what are we doing? Honestly, I hate our fan base. Honestly. Good play by Simmons again. And then he is tackled and they get the throw in. So here's Odegaard. Oh, he's giving it away again. He's giving it away again. Right. I've been saying this for a year and a half now. I really need to see something from Odegaard that makes me go, yeah, there's a player in there. At the moment, I'm just left really underwhelmed by everything he does. Really underwhelmed. So here's Copenhagen building up on the left-hand side. They got into a good position, but it's blocked for a corner kick just as we enter the last minute of the first half. But I think I'll relax a lot more when we get a second. So a corner kick from Copenhagen. Whipped in. And Vicario gathers that nice and cleanly. And Spurs should see this out to half-time, 1-up. Here's Vicario, gives it to Van der Ven. Now into Udogie. Now Sarr, back into Udogie. And that's just in front of Odegaard. Yeah. I'm not convinced by Odegaard in any way, shape or form. There's a ball over the top, really well dealt with by Porro. Really well done there from Pedro Porro. And here's Bentancur. I think the only thing we should be disappointed here is that we haven't managed to put the second one in. But 1-0 half time. We'll take it. Come back out second half. Good ball into Xavi Simons by Romero. He does well. Then plays it back into Romero. Now Bentancur to Simmons, to Bentancur, to Porro. Back into Simmons, who's found loads of space. Simmons crosses into Mawani. Oh my gosh. Lovely ball. Lovely ball by Xavi Simmons. Lovely ball. Again, everyone getting on his back, but that's 4 or 5 chances he's created in this half. Superb cross. And Mawani, 6 yards out. Free header over the bar. He's had 2 gilt-edged chances, but much better chance creation from Spurs. Tottenham 1, Copenhagen 0. There is the half-time whistle. Let me just change the scoreline. Oh, no. There we go. So Tottenham 1, Copenhagen 0. Oh my God, it should be 3 though, shouldn't it, as a minimum? 2 gilt-edged chances there by Randall Kolo Mawani. The first one played into him 6 yards out, and he just got his footing all wrong and poked it wide. Then a delicious pass by Xavi Simmons over the defender's head. And you're thinking, go on, son, just nod that in just over the bar. But Xavi Simmons starting to find space. A real good game for building his confidence. Tottenham playing much better today. We've dominated from start to finish. By the way, PSG 0, Bayern Munich 2, and I believe they might have had a third disallowed as well. So it's all happening. Listen, Mawani, I really want him to get his goal. Really, really want him to get his goal here. Let's get him a goal, get him some confidence, get his sharpness. But this is much better from Xavi Simmons. He's drifting into those pockets of space. He's twisting, he's turning. He's finding great passes into Mawani, playing 1-2s of Mawani. So he's doing really well. He's doing really, really, really well. Got to find that finish. And what we don't want is that to come back and bite us in the backside. But I think it's been a good first half performance. And as I said, the only downside is that we haven't found the second. Other than that, I think we've been very confident at the back. I think that Bentancur's been excellent in central midfield. Bentancur's been excellent in midfield. I think we've seen, Brennan Johnson, all credit to him. Brilliant touch around the keeper. Keeper was in no man's land. But Brennan Johnson, composed, touch, good finish in a narrow angle. Some people are texting me saying he didn't mean it. It was a cross. I don't think so, but we'll see it again. And he did really well. Then Xavi Simmons started to pull strings. He's popping up on the right. He's popping up on the left. He's popping up in the number 10, linking up with Mawani, who I think is getting more and more comfortable in this Spurs team. And it really, really should be 2, maybe 3-0. But that is what the second half can be for. I really do want to see, as I said before the game, really want to see Mawani and Xavi Simmons have to get some real good confidence. Yeah. People say it's only Copenhagen. We're playing a Champions League team, right? We've got to do it. What I do like with Mawani, though, he's getting in those areas. That's the first thing for a striker. He's getting in those positions. The second thing will now be about, can he get that confidence in his shooting boots and start burying a few of these chances? But that was much better from Tottenham Hotspur. Look, you're not going to, we're not going to blitz teams. I've always said that. I never think we're going to blitz teams with the forwards we've got. But that was much better. Okay? I think we've seen there's snippets of Xavi Simmons where he's got so much quality in his feet. People talk about his physicality. Does he need to get stronger? That will be something that him, the coaches, Frank, that they will work on. But in terms of finding those pockets of space, playing the 1-2s, delivery into the box. I mean, he should have 3 assists this half. He should have 3 assists. He assisted the goal, and then Mawani should have got 2 at the end there. So we've got to be happy with that, surely. I would say he grew into the game. At first, the first minutes, I thought he was a little bit awkward with his touch and his control, but he seemed to get more and more with it. And hopefully we're seeing more and more game time in his legs. We'll start seeing the real Kolo Muani. I think it's difficult, right? Both those two we're talking about didn't join until after the season had finished. And I do wonder, what would it have been like had we have got them pre-season? What would it have been like if we had seen Simmons in the 10 in pre-season with Mawani up front in pre-season, linking up? What would we have seen? Food for thought. Who knows? Let me know your thoughts, guys. 5 words to describe that first half. Big up to Winston Lawrence. How you doing, man? Another channel member of mine. Big up to you. So big up, Sava. Hopefully we get a result tonight. Well, we're halfway there. We're halfway there. Come on, we can do this, Winston. We're halfway there. Tottenham 1, Copenhagen 0. And as it stands, Winston, Spurs are up to 6th in the Champions League table. And the only 5 above us aren't bad. Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Madrid, Inter Milan, and PSG. So the only 5 in front of us are very good teams. However, a lot of games to go. A lot of football to go. But it is what it is. Big up to you, Winston. Big up to Aris, who's just put in a super sticker. Love it. Thank you very much, my man. Really appreciate you. I hope you're enjoying that first half there. Hopefully Tottenham can come away with all 3 points. Really, really appreciate that, Aris. And the Wiz said, you can't fix stupid, Sava. Something my mum always used to say. I'd say, can you believe this happened? Can't fix stupid, Richard. That's what she'd say. She didn't call me Sava. Can't fix stupid. Absolutely. Unfortunately, there's a lot of stupid out there. And the internet has given them a voice, hasn't it? Indeed, it has given them a voice. But look, I think the key thing that we've seen here is going forward, we look more fluid with Xavi in the 10 and Mawani up top. And I really hope we see that against Man United, also with Kudus on the right. That's what I hope we see against Man United. I hope we see Simmons in the 10, Kudus on the right, and Mawani up front. We know what's going on our left-hand position. We know that, don't we? But there's nothing we can do to fix that until the transfer windows. But they're showing this move again here. Yeah, look, Xavi Simmons, what he has got. I'll tell you what Xavi Simmons has got. Xavi Simmons has got really good low center of gravity. So he's very good with the thinking, the ducking and the diving when he gets the ball. Now, it's not always going to come off. Sometimes he's going to be out-muscled. But I think if we keep getting him the ball in those positions, I think we're going to start to see a much better Xavi Simmons. And the Xavi Simmons that a lot of fans saw last year. A lot of them playing last year. Agree with Simmons, agree with Bentancur. Odegaard for me has done the absolute square root of nothing again. Sorry, I can't beat a man, can't cross, gives the ball away. Sorry, just not for me. He is the one player I'm looking at in this half going, you're not good enough. Sorry. GD, he's only played about 7 Premier League games. Give him a little bit of time. That would be nice. Just a little bit of time. Big up Andy said, would you have a look at Johnson right and Kudus left? No, I don't want to see Kudus on the left. I think you leave your I think where possible, you leave your best players in their best position. Kudus for me is a right winger. You ask any West Ham and Ajax fan, they'll tell you, don't want to see him on the left. We want to see him on the right. So for me, no. I'd rather we put Johnson out of position on the left and kept Kudus in his in his position on the right. That's just me. I'm not a fan of moving players. I don't like shoehorning players in to fit worse players in. That's just me. I think keep your best players where they belong. Carlos, be good to see Kudus and Xavi behind Mawani in a wing-back formation. Yeah, again, I think it all depends on who you play, right? When we're talking about wing-backs. As I've said, I've got nothing against the wing-backs. I wouldn't want to see it against a team like this at home. Big up Bryce said, Sav, I tell you, Adogi. Can you guys bear with me 1 second? Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, guys. Really, really sorry. Had to go and sort something out. Adogi. Sorry, Bryce. Adogi for me has done some great things today. I've said before, it's his final third. When he gets in that final third, his decision-making is what lets him down. When he gets in that final third, you can see he's not a natural deliverer of the ball. So, for example, when you watch Anthony Robinson of Fulham, right? When you see Anthony Robinson for Fulham, he flies down that left-hand side, right? And naturally he's whipping the crosses. Adogi takes too many touches. Done really well, gets in great areas, but he takes too many touches and you're thinking, right, just get that ball across. Steady yourself, get the ball across. He wants too many touches and a lot of the moves die on him. However, the fact that he's getting into those positions is the important thing for me because you can develop that, right? You can develop that. I think Lewis Hall is better in that final third area, yes. Adogi for me is such an interesting player. And I'll tell you what is very difficult with Adogi is we never actually see him for 2 to 3 months at a time without him being out injured. The last 2.5 years at Spurs is just constantly chopping in and out the team because he's injured. He's got all the attributes. He's powerful. He's strong. He's quick. He offers good width. But it's can you get into those areas? Yes. Can you deliver from those areas? That's what we need to see. Yeah, that's what we need to see. But he's getting into those areas. That for me is the important part. Will the rest of that game develop? You would like to think so. But at the moment, just the last bit. And as I was always taught as a kid, the hardest ball in football is the final ball. And that's it. Yeah, Leighton, I don't know if you've just listened to everything I've just said there. Yes, of course there's a player in there. Yeah, yes, I massively see a player in there. Massively see a player in there. There's no problem with him, but it's just for me got to be times where he's being played in down that left and you're thinking, right, whip it across or take a touch, look up. But he wants 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch. It's just get it at your feet. But he's got all the attributes to be a top left back. top left wing back, whatever you want to call it, all the attributes, but the delivery, right? And there you go. If he had the same delivery as Porro, absolutely. Absolutely. So he's only younger though. Like he's got time to develop that part of the game, right? But let's see how he develops in those areas. And players can develop those areas, but you've got to show that you've got it in you. I see it in him so far with Odegaard. Whenever I've watched him for Burnley, for Spurs, I don't see it. I just don't. Neat, tidy, but nothing that tells me, yeah, you should be playing for Tottenham Hotspur. But big up to Andy Lester with a super sticker. Thank you very much, Andy. Really appreciate you, buddy. I'll see you on the members show. And let's get back to all of tonight's games, shall we? Or actually, let's get back to the Spurs game. Hang on, there we go. Bayern Munich, by the way, 2-0 up away to PSG, but down to 10 men. Down to 10 men. No, I'm not saying he's playing bad, but he just doesn't do anything to affect the game, Sonny. That's the problem. It's when you get in those areas, you've got to... He's been one-on-one 2 or 3 times now with this fullback, and you're thinking, just take him. You can take him. And he wants to cut in, pass every time. Agreed. Now, maybe that improves when we've got a proper left winger, Glenn, eh? But Copenhagen are going to get us off and running. I want to see more of that from Spurs, but with a couple more finishes. And Copenhagen get us off and underway. Anyway, let's see what Spurs do in this second half. Cross in! Oh! Cross in, right-footed from Odegaard into Johnson. He couldn't quite get there. Johnson's down holding his ankles. So Johnson's down injured. I'd like to see that again. So the ball went down the line to Odegaard. He's got time. He's got space. He pulls it back. There's a good cross into a dangerous area. And Brennan Johnson, well, the defender did well, actually. The defender did very well to get back at him there. Anyway, Spurs starting well. And then a free kick given away by Spurs by Brennan Johnson. It was not, I mean, the player made an absolute meal of that. I completely agree, Ellie. There you go. What I said, but you said it a lot more elegantly than I did. Absolutely. Loads of attributes. Just that last bit. And the thing is, it needs to be regular. It can't be because what we do now, people go, oh, look at that cross from Odegaard. These things have to be regular. It can't be they do one nice thing in a game. It should be all game, every game. So here is the Dogi with a throw-in down on the left-hand side. And listen, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see. Here's Simmons. Good ball to Bentancur. He now lays it across to Porro. He's about 40 yards out. Lays it off to Brennan Johnson. Brennan Johnson turns. Now plays a good ball into Simmons. Has he kept it on? I think he has. He has. Xavi Simmons lays it back to Porro. Now Simmons again. Simmons tonight, what we've seen is he's gone right, he's gone left, he's gone central to collect the ball and get involved in the game, which is much more what we want to see from him. Here's Van der Ven. All Tottenham still this half. Ball, Van der Ven fell over, gives the ball away, but mopped up well by Christian Romero. Mickey Van der Ven there, just giving the ball away in a bad area. Anyway, here's Copenhagen. They've gone back towards their own goalkeeper. And then Mickey Van der Ven wins the header, but claimed by Copenhagen. They got the ball in midfield, not really going anywhere at the moment. Still got the ball in their own half. Copenhagen going absolutely nowhere right now. Absolutely, Archer. Absolutely. What I want to see from him. That's what I want to see. There's a good ball down the line. Papasado goes over and mops that up. And it's going to be a throw into Tottenham. Good play, that. He's so good at that side of the game. He's good at that side of the game. Richarlison is warming up. I really hope we don't see him anytime soon. I'd love Ivan Toney to come to Spurs. I'd really like Ivan Toney to come to Spurs. Anyway, here's Copenhagen building up down the left-hand side. Porro can mop that up. And then loses the ball, Porro. And then Romero again mopping up. To be fair to Romero, he had to mop up for Porro and Van der Ven, both trying to overplay. Porro, I don't know what Porro was doing there. So Tottenham with 65% of the possession tonight. There's the ball played into the channel to Mwani. He's running through. Mwani's won the ball. Can he finish that? Mwani takes a touch brilliantly, lays it off, and it's 2, and it's Odegaard. It's a tap-in for Odegaard. What a good bit of play from Randall Kolo Mwani. Odegaard was supporting him. Randall Kolo Mwani chased the through ball over the top. The goalkeeper kind of hesitated. Mwani didn't. Mwani's blocked it. It's gone high, looped up in the air. And you're thinking, where's it going? Mwani brings it out the air sublimely. Absolutely brilliantly. He brings it out the air and lays it off to Odegaard, who had an open goal, couldn't miss. But what a touch by Mwani. Lovely touch. And Odegaard, right place, right time. Tottenham Hotspur 2-0 against Copenhagen. And we do deserve it. All down to the hard work of Mwani. And that's how you control a football. And then Odegaard with a cool, calm finish from 10 yards into the bottom corner. And the keeper was floundering. Great control. And Tottenham are 2-0 up, and it's what we deserve. It's what we deserve. I didn't see who played that ball over the top, but here's Copenhagen at the other end. No, cleared by Destiny Udogie. What a touch. What a really good first touch that was. Really, really good touch, that. So a Mwani assist tonight, a Simmons assist tonight, a goal from Odegaard and a goal from Johnson. So the front four all on the GA side of things. So hopefully that gives them all some confidence going into Saturday's game against Manchester United. Here's Christian Romero. Be lovely to see Spurs go and get a third and a fourth now, wouldn't it? Great touch. See, now that's the difference. Do we truly believe that if Richarlison had to bring that ball out the air, he would have control? Oh, Romero's had a mare. Romero's given it away. Copenhagen with a shot. Saved by Vicario. Romero. Terrible defending from him. What on earth is he doing? But here's a Dogi. Now down into Odeberg. Take your man on. Take your man on, please. Take your man on. No, he can't. Yeah, see, he can't. Tried to take his man on, and his man took it handy from a baby. And that's the difference, right? That's the difference. You're thinking, just go past him. Just couldn't quite do it. But Tottenham 2, Copenhagen 0. Love to see a Simmons or a Mawani goal now. Love to see that. Kieran, I've said this all along. This is why when all these people tell me that Romero is good enough to play in midfield, he's too slow on the ball to be a midfielder. Midfielders move the ball quick. Romero wants so much time and he gets it at centre half. I completely agree. And this is why there's a huge difference as Brennan Johnson gets a yellow card. So Brennan Johnson in the book. Tottenham 2-0 up. Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Wasn't a nice tackle, that. Well, he's gone to ground, he's slid, and then his foot's gone across the ground. They're checking for a red card here. I don't think that's a red card, in my opinion. I mean, for me, I think football's mad if the ref's going over to look. I think Johnson's about to be sent off here. And I've got a feeling Tottenham are going to have to play the last 35 minutes with 10 men. Oh, I've got a feeling he's going here. I've got a feeling he's going to go. I mean, it wasn't malicious. His foot has gone to ground and then kind of bounced up. What's the ref going to do? He's off. He's off. Brennan Johnson has been sent off and Tottenham are down to 10 men. Oh, just when it was all going well. Oh, Spurs. Oh, right. What do Spurs do now? 4-4-1? Oh, Brennan. Brennan Johnson. See you later. Spurs down to 10. Vicario's now down injured, holding his hamstring. Oh, my gosh. No. Oh, my gosh. Kinski's warming up. What's going on? What is going on? Won't the football gods give us one night? Just one night. Oh. Yeah, I think it's a very soft red, isn't it? They're saying serious foul play. Tottenham's they put it on the screen and then so it looks like Vicario looks like he's going to have to go off. And in the space of 2 minutes, it looks like we've had a man sent off and lost our goalkeeper. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. It's almost like the football gods can't let us have anything, can they? Well, Vicario's back to his feet. Vicario's back to his feet. Now it's going to be interesting. So, I don't know what to say anymore. Just when you think you've seen it all. So, you would expect now the game to change the other way. You would expect that Copenhagen will probably have a lot of the ball for this last half an hour. There's a ball into the box, into the arms of Vicario. This is going to be interesting. Look, I don't think that was a red. I think that, unfortunately, the rules of football now are very soft. It's definitely a yellow. I think I would be tempted to get Paulinho on now. Good play by Xavi Simons. Can Mawani bring the ball away? He's still got it. Good turn, and he's clipped, and it's a foul and a free kick to Spurs. This is going to be interesting. Yeah, looking at that, I think it's a yellow. But yeah, I thought he would. I think he's doing absolutely the right thing here. I think he's doing absolutely the right thing. João Paulinho is coming on. Xavi Simons is going off here. I feel sorry for Xavi, but Paulinho did need to come on because they are going to have a lot of the ball. Yeah, common sense is gone. I think everyone in the chat is saying the same thing. Ellie, I don't know if you've noticed, we've gone down to 10 men. I think you've gone down to 10 men. He was always going to take off Xavi Simons and go to a free in the middle. There's Paulinho into Mawani. He lays it off to Udogie. I think he's done the right thing there. There's Odeberg again. He can't beat a man. I'm telling you, he can't beat a man. Look, I think Xavi's unfortunate. I think he's unfortunate, but as a manager, you have to make decisions when you go down to 10 men. Here's Mawani, though. Here's Mawani. He's running through. He's got Papa Sarr. Go on, Mawani. He's through on goal. Oh, and the keeper smothered him, and he couldn't quite put it in. But Mawani looking dangerous in this game. And there's a ball through the middle. Destiny Udogie will mop that up, and Vicario clears it. For me, wasn't a red. The more I watch it, it was not a red at all. It's definitely a yellow, but it's not a red. There's Paulinho, and that's why you have Paulinho in there. That's why you have Paulinho in there. He's just going to mop everything up. Oh, Mojo, please stop now. Please stop. You start. Every one of your comments now is silly. I think Mawani's playing well. I think he's had a good game. Come on. Philly, how are you not watching the game? What's going on with our fan base? Liverpool 1, Real Madrid 0, by the way. Liverpool 1, Real Madrid 0. Alexis McAllister. So Spurs 2-0 up. 27 and a half minutes to go. There's Bentancur, Sapporo. Spurs, though, to be fair, playing well with 10 men these last 4 or 5 minutes. So, 27 minutes to go. I'm gutted, really, because I thought that this game we could have gone on to see this out 3 or 4-0. I mean, we still could, but I thought we were absolutely dominating. And then it's, going down to 10 men just makes it more trickier than it needed to be, right? Didn't need to be that tricky. Really well played. Paulinho again. Mickey driving through. Mickey still driving through. Mickey still driving through. Mickey is still going. Go on, Mickey. Mickey 3-0. Mickey van der Ven has just run the length of the pitch with a ball and then taken everyone on. Mickey van der Ven, he took on everyone. Vicario has run the length of the pitch to celebrate. What a goal from Mickey van der Ven. He got given the ball, I believe, on the edge of the 18-yard box by Paulinho, and he just ran, and he ran, and he ran, and he weaved, and he weaved, and he weaved, and Tottenham are 3-0 up with a superb solo goal from Mickey van der Ven. That was absolutely superb. Love to see it. Love to see it. And there's smiles around the faces. Look at it. He gets the ball in the 18-yard box, goes past 2, then 3, then 4. Then he just keeps going. And he keeps going. And he keeps going. And about 16 yards out, rifles the ball underneath the goalkeeper. What a goal. What a goal. Take a bow. Mickey van der Ven. Wow. Take a bow, my man. Take a bow. Yes. Yes. Love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So happy for him. That was a great goal. He's literally run the whole length of the pitch, and Spurs are 3-0 up with 10 men against Copenhagen, and maybe a bit of confidence getting back into the veins of the players after 2 defeats. And as it stands, by the way, people, Tottenham are 7th. We are in the top 8 of the Champions League table. Obviously, there's a lot of games to go tomorrow. And I think there's 4 teams that can overtake us tomorrow, if I'm not wrong, maybe 4 or 5. But Mickey van der Ven has made it 3-0, and Spurs are sitting on 8 points in the Champions League table. Corner kick from Copenhagen, cleared by Bentancur, who I think has been brilliant again. I'm sorry, I'm not even his biggest fan. Hang on, Spurs have nicked in. Odegaard, there's the ball. He's played it across. It's Romero. Romero's through on goal, crosses it. Paulinho, it's 4-0. Tottenham are 4-0 up. And we have got 2 goals in 3 minutes with 10 men. Really good play. Odegaard ran down the wing, and they were all at sea, Copenhagen. The ball was played across to Romero. He played it across to Paulinho. What were they doing there? Why were Romero and Paulinho so high up the pitch? Who cares? He crossed it in, and Paulinho slides in, and Tottenham Hotspur are 4-0 up. And Odegaard ran, and Copenhagen didn't know what to do. Romero, I think he might be offside. Is he going to be off? Don't know if he's off. I've got a feeling this one might get chalked off. I've got a feeling this one might. We've actually been better without Brennan Johnson. I think it might. Is it given? It's been given. It's been given. Tottenham 4, Copenhagen 0. What are we watching? What are we watching? 10 men. Spurs are on the counter-attack again. Spurs are on the counter-attack again, looking for a fifth. Here's Papasar. Gives it to Mawani. Mawani! Oh, the keeper saves it this time. Spurs are on fire with 10 men. What is going on? What is going on? Spurs 4, Copenhagen 0, and we are going forward more with 10 men than we did with 11. Wow. Tottenham 4, Copenhagen 0, some feel-good factor. I know, Jay. I know, right? I know. Hang on. They're all wanting to get involved. Here's Papa. I'll tell you what, we've been magnificent with 10 men. Hang on, we're in. Papa Saw. Oh, he just couldn't sort his feet out. Copenhagen looked like they're the team with 10 men. Copenhagen looked like they're the team with 10 men. Honestly. By the way, can we get an apology from Queen Ellie? Saying, why is he taking off Simmons for Paulinho? Paulinho, since he's come on, has been absolutely sublime. Wins every ball, starts off attacks and scores. 20 minutes to go. Tottenham are 4-0. Cross comes in from Copenhagen, cleared. And now here's Odeber. Not there, mate. Not there. Give it simply there. And now Mickey van der Ven can clear. Oh, but it doesn't. It doesn't. They'll be back the moment the moment we go 1 goal down against Man United or whoever. They'll be back. You know they will. You know they will, mate. Just so happy. Tottenham 4, Copenhagen 0. And there's 18 and a half minutes to go. I mean, Copenhagen, I mean, you would have thought those 2 goals were against the 10 men. So here comes Danso, Richie, and Spence. So Richarlison on for Mawani. I think that Mawani's had a good game. Should have scored, but he's had a good game. He's had a good game here tonight. So Mawani for Richie. Christian Romero's going to go off. That's sensible for Kevin Danso. And I would think Pedro Porro, Adogi for Spence. Okay. And Danso completes the substitutes for Romero. Guys, I think we've got to give up this thing of Scarlett. I think surely we can see now through a number of managers that Scarlett is not good enough. Right, good chance. Good chance here to really end this midweek in a high, you know? At the moment, it's Bayern Munich, followed by Arsenal, Inter, PSG, Madrid, Liverpool, and then Tottenham Hotspur. So we're going to end this week still unbeaten in the Champions League, but Frank out. Frank out. Corner kick from Copenhagen, cleared by Kevin Danso. Volleyed back in, up in the air, and again, won by Kevin Danso. Don't need to do anything silly there, and we don't, and we clear the ball. So Tottenham Hotspur 4, Copenhagen 0. Isn't it nice? A few more smiles. A few more smiles. All the doom and gloom that we've heard in the last couple of weeks. Can we turn Mickey into a striker? Summer, we don't need a striker. We've got Mickey. Oh, damn. I mean, he's been excellent this season. Imagine you were a Copenhagen fan. Hear me out, guys. For 1 minute, imagine you're a Copenhagen fan. You're 2-0 down and the opposition go down to 10. You're thinking to yourself, we've got a chance here. Right? And then 10 minutes later, you're like, how on earth have we just conceded 2 more? Football is a funny old game. Funny, funny old game, football. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. Errol, I'd love to think so. I'd love to think so, mate. Oh, mate, I've turned them off lately just because it's been so vile. The deep cross by Copenhagen. And again, dealt with by now Danso. And Spurs, we don't need to do a lot here. We don't need to do a lot here. Just nice to see. Bit of feel-good factor. People saying it's only Copenhagen. It's be happy. You're winning a Champions League game 4-0. We need points on the board to qualify in the Champions League. This goes a long way to helping that. I think he's been really good this last month, Ellie, you know. I think he's been really good this last month. Thomas, exactly. How many set pieces? So that mad flurry of 10 minutes seems to have stopped, but it's all good. You're 4-0 up, 13 and a half minutes to go. Good confidence. Good confidence, right, going into the Man United game. Really good confidence. Mickey van der Ven doing more than Verts and Isak. Big up to the real boy wonder. Have I not seen you smile as much? Listen, I just think it's nice, you know, that the trolls aren't in. You know, a really good take by Sarr. I'll come back to you in 1 second. Here's Sarr. Gives it to Porro. Spurs, to their credit, still going forward with 10 men. Yeah, look, it's hopefully this can kickstart some feel-good factor. You know, said this season there's going to be ups and downs. This week has proved it. The low of Chelsea, the high tonight. We need, you know, as long as we have more highs than lows. And here's Copenhagen. Cleared by Tottenham again. Cleared by Mickey van der Ven. I'd love Spurs to keep a clean sheet as well here. You would think Copenhagen are going to have some chances in the last few minutes, right? Mopped up by Paulinho. Again, here's Sarr. Gives the ball away this time. Smoky boy. Isn't it lovely when the trolls aren't in here? And do you know what? Do you know what? Guys and girls, can I just say, can this be a lesson to everyone? That isn't it strange? When Spurs are winning, where are all these people who say that they're Spurs fans, but they're only in here when we're losing? They're only in it. By the way, here is Dane Scarlett. Right? Here is Dane Scarlett. Okay, so Dane Scarlett's going to get the last 12 minutes of this game. But where are all those people? Have you noticed that, where are the Cam Tinleys? Where are the Sam Smith nows? Where are all these people? When we're winning, they never really show up. You watch. I bet you if we're losing at half-time to Man United, they are all in my chat. And isn't that a real sad indictment of so-called fans? Agree, Daryl. So here's Dane Scarlett. And he's going to come on for, I think that's for Wilson Odeber, who did well for the goal. Did better in the second half. Good driving run for the goal. Then composed himself for his goal. So Tottenham 4, Copenhagen 0. Odeber could be happy with his night's work. And on comes Dane Scarlett. It's just mad, isn't it? Like, where are these trolls? Like, where are the trolls? It's so weird. It's so weird. Where are the trolls? It's sad, isn't it, that they only turn up when we lose? It's really sad. So, there's a shot over the bar by Copenhagen. So Tottenham 4, Copenhagen 0. A good game in terms of goal difference as well. Yeah, ain't it funny? Isn't it? Ain't it funny? Yep. When we win, there's no name. He don't get mentioned. It's brilliant. Oh. Spurs are through here. Here's Scarlett. Dinks the ball across. Richie just hasn't got that footwork, has he, Richie? Bentancur wins it back. I think he's been really good tonight, Bentancur. Really good tonight. Yeah, Spurs have managed this brilliantly since the sending off. Absolutely, what a well-managed game. Oh, Richie's hit the bar. Oh, my God, Richarlison's hit the bar from a header. Oh, great cross. And Richie at the back post. And you're thinking, this is 5. And he's hit the bar. It was a good header, just too high. And Spurs could have had 5. Yeah, I know. That's always been my downfall, mate. It's always been my downfall, I know. What a superb cross, by the way, from Bentoncourt. Hang on, here's Richie. What you got? These are the situations with you knew he was going to lose the ball there. See, where's Matt? Like, where is Matt? See, when we're 4-0 up, where is Matt? Have you noticed? You can see all the usual people. Where are they? Where are they? You watch. I bet if we lose to Man United, they'll appear. It's so weird. Don't we just support the team, win, lose, or draw? Good question. Good question. Not sure. Maybe just the next Champions League game. Great cross. Another header and another miss from Richarlison. Oh, he's got to score one of them. Yeah, where's Ben? See, where are these people? They don't turn up when we win. Nah, Matt's not blocked. I just checked in my block list. I've just checked all of the people who are blocked, and he's not one of them. Before he says he is, he's not. I'm checking again. He's not. No, I've just checked. He's not blocked. Here's Dane Scarlett. Lays it back into Sarr. Had a much better second half, Sarr. Just mad. So what you'll see, guys, when this game finishes, by the way, right? So there's 700 of you right now. If Spurs had lost this 4-0, that would have gone to 1,500 people. I bet you when this final whistle goes, it doesn't go up by much. Might go up to 800 or 900, but I bet you it don't go over 1,000. And it goes to show that fans are more interested when we lose than when we win. Here's Copenhagen on the left-hand side. I don't really hope that they don't grab a consolation, and that's a poor cross. Copenhagen, he's not blocked. He's not blocked, Sue. I'm promising you. I'm looking right now. He is not blocked. There you go. I'm double checking. Let's double check. User management. I can show you guys who's blocked, and he's not. I can show you. Nope. Bruno, it's me, Barney, James. Nope. No. No. He's not blocked. Just double check. He's definitely not blocked. No. No, he's not blocked in any way, shape, or form. And Spurs determined to keep the clean sheet. Big up, Enrique. Yeah, man, you and most of the others always are. It's so funny. Yeah, you Spurs is another one. Yeah, where are they? They don't turn up, do they, when we win? So 88 minutes gone, and Spurs are 4-0 up. Absolutely. Yeah, we've been very good tonight. We've been brilliant since we went down to 10 men, to be honest. Yeah, where's Reezy? Like, do you know what I mean? Where's Reezy? Where's Cam Tinley? Yeah, we done well tonight, my man. We done well tonight, owners. Hope you're well. Tell you what, don't you see the difference between Moani and Richarlison as footballers? Hang on, Jed Spence driving down the left. Oof, didn't come to anything in the end. Yeah, I thought he did really well tonight. Thought he did really well tonight. Big up Ledoux. I thought Simmons did really well tonight. Big up to my man, Mr. Officer. So Spurs well and truly have won this easily. Even with 10 men for half an hour. It's a long time to play with 10 men. I agree. I agree. I agree. I thought we had a good game tonight. Big up to my man, Bryce. I just told you, but just next time you see those types of people in here and they start going, oh, Sava's sensitive, just remember that we've outed them. We've outed them. Where are they all? That's a great ball, is it? That's a great ball. Can he bring that down? Scarlett brings it down. He's still got it. Shoot. Go on, son. Penalty. It's a penalty to Tottenham. It's a penalty. Tottenham Hotspur in the 91st minute. Dane Scarlett did ever so well. He won the ball. Did really well. Brought the ball down out the air. Won the ball. Beat his man. Drove towards goal. Taken down. And a penalty won by Dane Scarlett. He did excellently there. Let's have a look. Yep, absolute stonewall. Did well there. Let the lad take it. I don't know who the penalty taker is. Let the lad take it. And Richarlison's going to take it, is he? Oh, man, let him take it. Should have let Scarlett take that. I mean, let's be fair. This is the only way that Richarlison's going to score a goal, isn't it? So, Spurs in the 92nd minute with a chance to make it 5-0. 3 of the goals would have been in extra time, but we haven't got the 5th yet. Here's Richie, steps up, and he hits the bar. He is just terrible at everything, isn't he? He is just terrible at everything. Heading the ball, penalties with his feet. He is dreadful. Oh my God, that sums him up, doesn't it? I hope any of you didn't have a bet on 5-0. Oh, Richie. So it doesn't matter because we won 4-0. But for me, I think you give that. I think you give that to Scarlett, don't you? I think you give that to Scarlett as they show the Van de Ven goal again. What a run. Go on, Mickey. I know he scores, but Tottenham Hotspur 4. Could have been 5, but Tottenham Hotspur 4. You have to laugh, right? When you can laugh at that. You can laugh at that when you're 4-0 up, but he has had a penalty, 2 point-blank headers. He's just not a good goal scorer, is he? He's just not a good goal scorer. There's a corner whipped in and over the bar by Copenhagen, and that should be that. And Tottenham are going to run out nice 4-0 winners here. And they have. It's all over. Tottenham 4, Copenhagen 0. And hopefully it can stop some of the drama, some of the hate, some of the everything as Tottenham Hotspur run out easy winners. And to be fair, what a wonderful performance, especially the fact that we had a man sent off with 30 minutes to go and missed a penalty. Could have been 5, should have been 5. But listen, we're going to take the 4-0 all day long. I don't know if any of the other games are still going on. PSG, Bayern Munich is still going. I don't know if the Liverpool game is on anywhere. I don't think so. I don't know. Is the Liverpool game on any channel? Does anyone know? Is the Liverpool game Prime? Oh God, yeah, I can't bother with all that. Amazon Prime takes forever. Listen, really, really good performance from Tottenham from start to finish. Listen, all we can do is win the games like that. You win the games like that, you keep the crowd quiet, you go again in the next game. And that will give us big, big confidence, won't it? Look, some really good performances there. I thought Odegaard had a very good second half. I thought Udogie did some really good things tonight. I thought Bentancur was superb. Mickey van der Ven, what a sensational goal. When Paulinho came on, I thought he was excellent. Brennan Johnson took his goal well before getting sent off. I thought Xavi Simons had a really good game. Probably very unlucky to be the recipient of the substitution. But needs must. And I thought Randall Colomawani had a really good game. Didn't bring his shooting boots, but played himself into that game really, really well. I thought the first 20 minutes were tough for him. After that, I thought he really, really got into it. And what a brilliant, brilliant bit of control from Colomawani for the Odegaard goal. And Odegaard must be saying thank you because he put it on a plate for him with a wonderful, wonderful bit of control. At the moment, as it stands, there's still games live. Against. Sorry, hang on. I'm just having a look. As it stands, hang on. Let me remove this from my screen. Bear with me 1 second, people. Let me remove that. Oh, no. Stop screen. Let me remove that and go to my usual screen. There we go. And now let's bring up the league table so we can see it. Here is the UEFA Champions League table at the moment. Now, some games are still going on, right? Some games are still going on. So at the moment, as it stands, you can see that Tottenham are into 7th. 2 wins, 2 draws, 8 points. 2 played away, 2 played at home, unbeaten. Liverpool have beaten Real Madrid 1-0. That'll be good for their confidence. Atletico Madrid are still playing, as are PSG and Bayern. That's the game that I've got on, PSG versus Bayern. But wasn't that really good? That was really nice to watch. Some good football. We created chances. And for me, what was good about it is we started to see a bit of cohesion there, didn't we? Simons and Mawani in the 10 and the 9 starting to link up. Started to see that really good. We know what Paulinho is capable of, but we saw Bentancur have a really, really good game as well, didn't we? We saw Bentancur have a really, really good game in midfield. Another one that keeps getting bemoaned at. He had a really, really good game. 7th is not bad, right? At the moment, that's all you can ask. Yes, we've got some tough games coming up, but we're there. We're thereabouts, right? We know tomorrow there might be 2 or 3 teams or 3 or 4 teams that go above us, but we're there or thereabouts. And as long as you're only a few points away, you see, right? You see what happens. So keep the faith. Let's see what happens on Saturday against Man United. And maybe, as I said, if we can beat Copenhagen, then beat Man United, all of a sudden it makes all those people who are making videos about how does Frank save Spurs season? Are Spurs in crisis? Frank's on fraud watch. It all looks a bit silly, doesn't it? It all looks just a little bit silly. There is no drama. We're going to have ups. We're going to have downs. But it doesn't mean every time we have a down that the manager needs to leave. Yeah? It doesn't mean that every time Spurs lose that we're in crisis. All right? We're not in crisis. There is no crisis at Tottenham apart from the fans being very, very, very impatient. Nice 4-0 win. Some really good positive performances. Really good play by Dane Scarlett at the end to win that goal, to win that penalty. 1 second. What's this? Really, really good performances up and down the pitch. And I just wish that Spurs fans would all enjoy that. You know, I think there's too many that I'm not seeing in here that I normally do. As I said, we've gone to 882 people right now, but we always go to about 1,300 when we lose. Isn't that weird? It's so weird. So yeah, get your comments in. Let me know, what did you think of today in the end? What did you think of the game? Are you happy? Could we have done anything different? Did Frank get it right? Does Frank get credit? Are you somebody that's only saying he gets credit because it's Copenhagen? Or are we just going to be happy? Absolutely. What a goal. What a goal from Mickey van der Ven. Really, really great goal. Didn't Sava say he was going to buy us all chocolate if fhtv scored? No, you misheard me. If Richarlison scores, I buy everyone chocolate. I'm not silly. Absolutely madness. Absolutely madness. Big up to Matty Still. Whoever you are, welcome to being a YouTube member. You are now more than welcome to join the Spurs only, the FHTV member only shows. This week it will be Thursday or Friday. So big up to you and thank you. Smokey Boy as well. Saying all good in the hood, Sava. Big up to you, Smokey Boy. Thank you very much. And thank you to Anonymous. Whoever Anonymous is, has just bought me a £5 coffee. So thank you to Smokey Boy. And thank you to Anonymous for the £5 coffee. Really appreciate that. That's very generous. If anyone else wants to, you don't have to, but the link is pinned and there it is again, just putting it in the chat for the last 5 minutes. Bang on, Lisa. Bang on. Give him the award now. What a goal. What a goal. He did really, really well. By the way, Bayern Munich defending for their lives. Defending for their lives here against 10-man Bayern. Have played the whole of this half with 10 men. PSG are all over them, but can't seem to find another goal. But listen, as it stands, let me just refresh the table. I think unless there is I don't think a goal actually anywhere tonight now changes this. Right now, this is how the night's going to end. We can't complain, can we? We can't complain. Good team performance. The subs came on and did brilliantly. The first 11 did brilliantly. Just want to check out that Vicario hamstring. Just want to check out that little Vicario hamstring. £5 coffee. Yeah. Price. Somebody, I mean, look, the company's called Buy Me a Coffee. But yeah, it's just like super chats really, but I get to keep more money. Benji, you're allowed to just be happy. You're allowed to just be happy, Benji. Come on. For sure, a fun game to watch, but they must have been one of the worst opponent performances. But come on, man. You're in a Champions League and we won 4-0. We won 4-0. That should be the main thing. I thought we were absolutely excellent when we went down to 10 men as well. And I don't think we're going to get the credit for that. But absolute brilliant performance from Tottenham tonight. And it wasn't a ham. Oh, sorry. I thought it was. My bad. Problem is, when I've got the game on and I can't hear it because I've got the sound off, I can only go by what I see rather than what I hear. I wish you were still on Spurs 5. So look, those boys are fine. They're just fine without me. Those boys are fine without me. I don't know if they're live tonight. Does anyone know if they're live tonight? I can redirect to them. I'm not sure they are. Danny said, I've never seen a team play better when they get a red card. Well, aren't we brilliant when Johnson went off? I've always said playing with Johnson's like playing with 10 men. I didn't mean it, but, well, I kind of did. Wow. Absolutely wow. I've really enjoyed it. It's nice, isn't it? It's nice to have a relaxing night. No trolls, no stupidity. I thoroughly enjoyed that tonight. I'm just seeing if they're going live tonight. I don't know if they are. People seem to only go live when things are bad, which is really, I don't know. Let's have a look. I can't see that they're live. What I'm going to do, I'm going to send you over to Irish Dave so I can go and relax and chill and have just a tiny bit of my evening to myself. When you get over there, yeah. By the way, big up to Andy Lester. I said everyone at the club and support need that. Come on, you Spurs. Bang on, Andy. We as fans need it. The players need it. The managers needed it. But you know what? We're top 6 in the Premier League and top 7 in the Champions League table. All is not bad. All is not bad. Thank you very much. Really appreciate all of you tonight. I'm going to leave it there. When you get, I'm going to send you over to Irish Dave. When you get there, please just say Sava or FHTV Raid, whichever one it is. Spread the love. Subscribe to Dave and Jack. Much love. Take care. And as always, come on, you Spurs.